Hey guys, is your barbecue struggling to hit those high temperatures that it was able to produce when it was new? Well, you could have a blocked burner tube. So today I'm going to show you how to remove it from the barbecue, clean it thoroughly, and we're going to get this barbecue searing hot like it was when it was brand new. So as you can see here, this barbecue's done probably 10 cooks since I last cleaned it out properly. And look at that burner tube. It doesn't actually have any covers over it like a lot of other barbecues do. So you get a lot of fat and gunk build up on it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a quick way to clean the burner tube, which doesn't involve removing it. Get yourself a steel brush, and then what you want to do is just scrape across the burner tube like so. You don't want to go across the burner tube, because if you go across it, you can push the little pieces of fat back into the holes. So always go across the tube. So I'm just going to show you another little trick to unblock it before having to remove the burner tube. Get yourself something small and sharp. And if you just poke these little holes out, that can also help clean it out, when you should get good gas flow. But if that doesn't work, then we have to remove the Q burner and the plus burner and give it a thorough clean out. So fortunately, Weber designed this really well. To remove the burner tube, all you have to do is undo this one bolt here. You can use a flathead screwdriver, or you can just use a spanner or a socket on that. When they're new, they can be really tight. But this one's actually not too bad. You can just undo it like so. So take the bolt out, put it somewhere safe, don't lose this. Then to remove this burner tube, all you got to do is tilt this upwards and pull it out. That's all it is. It literally takes 2 seconds to pull it out, so there's no excuse to not being able to clean this properly. Now to undo the plus burner, it's literally the exact same thing. You've got one more bolt to undo. So what you want to do is just carefully lift that, twist it. Be careful not to damage that igniter there. Then what you want to do, once you've twisted it sideways, you can get a screwdriver in here and just undo this little cover. It's just one little Phillips head bolt. Once you've got that little screw out, you just slide that cover off. And now you just pull this burner out the exact same as the other one. Now that we've got both burners out, we can give them a good clean. Now that both burner tubes out, this is the perfect time to give your cook box a thorough clean out. We don't have the burner tubes in the way, so you can get in every little crevice. The best way to clean a cook box out is to use this little plastic Weber cook box scraper. You can find a link to this in the description below, and all the other accessories I use. So this just works awesome. I love using this thing. So you want to scrape all this gunk into the center, into that fat tray. So to start the clean of the burner tube, I've just got myself some really hot water and some dish soap in it, and just a scouring pad or a sponge. And what you want to do is just give it all a really good rub down. The trick to this is making sure you use hot water. Don't use cold water, as it's not going to melt whatever fat is built up on it. So just give it a really thorough clean out. As you can see there, if you just give it a good rub, you can see all the stainless again. Looks like new. So once you've given this a really thorough rinse, you want to let it dry for about half an hour. Just tip all the water out of it and just leave it somewhere in the sun to dry out. Okay, so that's all cleaned out now and ready to have the burners reinstalled. It's a really good chance to just clean this igniter out. Make sure that's nice and spotless. Now that you've got that bolt undone that holds the burner in, this whole thing can move around, so you can clean underneath it as well. Okay, so now the burner tubes are cleaned out. We're going to go ahead and reinstall them. So you want to carefully slide this back through. Then make sure you twist it just to push it back on. Once you've got it in the twisted position, this is when you want to screw that cover back on. Right, once you've got that started, you can just twist the burner tube slightly to get perfect access to it. Okay, once that cover's on, twist it back over. You want to just start that screw. Okay, now it's time to put the Q burner back in. So once again, up on an angle. Then lay it back down. Pop that screw back in. Then all you want to do is just nip it. You don't need to over tighten it. It's not going to move anywhere. Okay, it's time to test it out now. There we go. That's all lit up. The whole burner is burning nice and even all the way around. Okay, so you can do this whole job in about 5 minutes, from removing it to reinstalling it. Cleaning out the cook box takes probably another 5 minutes of your time, but it needs to be done regardless of cleaning the burner tube out. So if you notice that your barbecue isn't searing steaks like it used to, and it's just not getting that heat like it did when it was new, Look at scraping a burner tube down and trying to unblock the holes. If that doesn't work, then you're probably due for a full burner clean like we just did. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps the channel grow. If you want to see any more videos on how to clean your Weber Q thoroughly, click up here as I go over a lot more details in that on how to clean the grill grates and clean the exterior of the barbecue. Happy grilling, guys.